Genghis Khan explained. Humans have seen many empires, however, there was an empire known for its ruthless and barbaric leaders. Today, we remember that as the Great Mongol Empire, and this story is about a man who founded the greatest empire that human civilization could ever see. Who's the man and what he did do to deserve such an appraisal? Stick around till the end to find that out. Hello guys, welcome to the channel. In this video, we are going to discuss the book, Genghis Khan and the Making of the Modern World, a great historical and non-fiction literature about the life of the great Genghis Khan who brought about the foundation of the magnificent empire. There is so much to cover, so without any further ado, let's get started. Composed by Jack Weatherford, this book is divided into 4 parts, where each part expands on the life of Genghis Khan. Starting with his early years in the House of Mongols and with the last chapter dedicated to his accomplishments where the world saw the rise of the Mongol Empire. If you love reading about great historical literature or want to see what the origins of modern society were, then you are going to enjoy every bit of this video. Genghis Khan wasn't named that at the time he was born, in fact, he wasn't even a Khan when he was born. Coming from a very humble background, Genghis was born to his mother Holan, who was kidnapped and brought to the tribe, where she got married to one of the tribesmen and gave birth to a boy named Temujin. Yes, Genghis Khan was rather an alias that later became his name, but his mother named him Temujin. Since his early childhood, there were considerable signs which predicted that this boy will do something big. At the time he was born, he was holding a blood clot in one of his fists, at that time what was ignored thinking it would be a bad charm. Turns out, it wasn't. After the father of Temujin died, he killed one of his half-brothers and had to run from the tribe before getting caught by a rival tribe. Much of the details about his childhood are unknown, but with the incident involving the death of his half-brother, one thing was certain: Temujin was not a weakling. As he stepped into his late teens, he got married, and as time passed through, Temujin gained experience and proved his mantle among the people of the tribe. So, from being a nobody in the tribe, he earned respect for himself. This marked the start of the second part of the book, where we explain how Genghis Khan rose to the ranks. It was his reputation that helped him emerge as the new leader of the Mongol tribe. He took charge of the clan and was named Genghis Khan, meaning the chief of Mongols. And with that things started to change for the Mongols, because as soon as he took the charge, he started revoking the wrongful practices. He established his Great Law, where he announced freedom of life and religious practices for the people, crimes were controlled, and it was declared that in peace or war, no one will touch women or children. Finally, the whole tribe got on his side. He assigned election counselors that would inform him about the public sentiment. This leadership role gave him immense control over a lot of things, and he recognized that his clan depends on him. To ensure the strengthening of his clan, he started working on raising an army. Once he got done with creating a powerful army, that included the best cavalry, skilled swordsmen, and experienced hunters, he made some rules regarding the loot after performing a raid and about the people who are left in raided tribe. His rules were revolutionary, as no one gave heed to such rulings. Raid after raid, and all of them successful, made Temujin Khan rise to the ranks, and people started liking him. As the raids increased, the treasury of the clan was all filled up with money and food. Seeing all these developments in the popularity of Temujin Khan, the central leader of the Mongol clan at the time was Ong Khan, who thought of Temujin as a threat to his power and position. Obviously, he knew that going head-to-head with Genghis is not an option. So, instead, Ong Khan planned a trick. Genghis got the news of this treachery that was being planned against him. So, instead of taking his whole force into the face of death, he took along a few loyal men. Ong Khan, who had sent out his men to get rid of Temujin Khan, was feasting on his victory. What he didn't know was that Temujin wasn't dead. On the contrary, he was in hiding and gathering up the strength to give a good beating to the Ong Khan's men. Exactly, when everyone was drenched in their victory celebrations, Temujin attacked the army of Ong Khan, swallowed them all, and took the charge in Ong Khan's stead. Afterward, Genghis Khan took all the control, appreciated his loyal men who stood by him and began building the Mongol Empire. I don't know if he had even realized at the time that it will become the largest empire the world has ever seen. The same great law was established throughout the clans led by him, and this time it wasn't some law written on a stone. A document was made to write down the great law of Genghis Khan, and the document kept upgrading until Genghis Khan was alive. After his death, the rules established by the great leader became a guiding stone for the empire and were sacred to Mongols. In the last part of the book, we get to know about everything, every conquest, and every deal that Genghis Khan did to make his empire stronger and bigger. There is no doubt that he was a witty leader, so he understood immediately that in order to establish authority among the general public and for other empires across the seas, he needs an army. So, he sent delegations to all the clans and gathered an army of strong and sturdy men who were ready to die for the great Genghis. The only problem was, the Mongolian Empire was in the north, which did not offer much, so, he realized to make his empire prosperous, he needs to march south. The first war he fought was with a previous ally, the Jurcht. This war became a stepping stone for the wars fought in the coming 15 years of Genghis' rule. The thirst of Mongols was growing. Basically, when they defeated the Jurcht, the armies carried back a lot of luxury goods, animals, and silk crafts. This loot made them realize that the nomadic culture that they were used to isn't the best after all. So, Genghis planned on building supply lines, making connections in the south, managing productions, and coordinating movements. You see, everything that the modern world needs to suffice its needs. Fulfilling his goals, he sent delegations to the Muslim empires in the east and west, but they refused to talk and the Khwarezmi beheaded the member of the delegation sent out by Genghis Khan. Enraged by the behavior of rulers in the south, everything Genghis planned on doing peacefully, transformed into a never-ending war. Luckily, Mongols conquered everything they touched. From the high-rising mountains of the Himalayas to the Caucasus, and Indus to the Volga, Mongols were everywhere. Some of the world's best regions known for skillful people and intellectuals back then were the lands of Muslims, even they couldn't save themselves from Khan's armies. Considering the world of today, Mongol Empire would spread over 30 countries and control over 3 billion people. His last conquest was against the Tangut, and 2 days before the Tanguts got defeated Genghis Khan died due to some illness. He was given a luxurious burial in a coffin made up of felt and gold. While he was alive, he transferred the charge of the empire to his son, who after his death remained steadfast to the rules his father had established and kept working on expanding the empire. As much as this book is history, it is great literature to understand the emergence and roots of the modern world. For example, the trade routes established during the Mongol Empire are still serving humanity. The most famous one is the Silk Route, which starts from China and connects several nations. Besides that, the laws and rulings Genghis Khan established, especially his great law to this day, are considered the greatest ones in history. There is no doubt that the Mongol Empire is responsible for a lot of destruction, as whatever land they touched, was done through a lot of bloodshed and infrastructure devastation. However, once it was conquered, Mongols adhered to the values of their forefathers and did contribute quite a lot when it comes to cultural diversification and communication, trade systems, and improved civilization. On that note, I'll end this video here. I hope you liked it. If you did, let me know by giving it a thumbs up, and do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.